Big bell, bing, bing, boom. Hey, wow. Well, as always, a big ol' what's that howdy do to our subscribers. And for the people who don't subscribe, freaking howdy don't, okay?
Howdy don't.
Howdy don't to
Howdy
you
don't.
and you. Because there are only two people who don't subscribe.
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad.
What a week, though. It's kind of been chill.
It's been, okay, so I can't tell if it's been chill or if everything has been so bad lately that it feels chill. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. I mean, now you're getting a little philosophical, if I can say that.
Oh, I mean, think about it. Like, right now we're just waiting and chilling for the vaccine, you know? But, but a year ago, this is not a chill week waiting for the vaccine. What do you mean? But...
Well, it's just like we're so used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Our perspective has changed.
God forbid we talk about something else for a minute. You know what I mean? Other than Trump. You know, can we just fucking move on? Talk about cute animals.
Truly?
Spinach. Send an email.
Can we move on? Whenever anyone mentions him still, I'm like, we're done. We're done.
What are you doing?
You don't listen to country music, right?
I don't, but it's not my personality. Like, I don't have to define myself being like, I like all music except country.
Right.
Bip, bip, ba-doo.
Right.
I don't care.
Gotcha. Okay, so this new little punk rolled up into the country scene. His name is Morgan Wallen, okay? He's got long hair. He honestly looks like a Paul Dano character if you look at this picture. He's gotten in trouble before because at the beginning of quarantine, he was out at bars just like not wearing a mask and making out with a bunch of random girls.
I don't want to get COVID from fucking Joe Six-Pack. You know, you want to get COVID from a sock.
Yeah.
I stand by these ladies.
I think everybody should be held accountable. That's what I think. Anyways, but you know what? Some of us don't need certain things to climb to fame, like you. So,
I certainly need something because everything I'm doing is not working.
This isn't his first time getting in trouble, and we all knew that he had the potential to get into more trouble, and of course he does. A video surfaced of him saying the N-word, and which not great, obviously. And at this point, it's like, what the fuck are you doing saying that? I mean, you're signing up.
Was it recently?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so...
Well, come on.
I mean, do better. There's no excuse at this point. There's really no fucking excuse. Anyways, when this came out, a lot of people were like, this guy needs to just leave the country scene. He's not representative of what we are. And then other people like Maren Morris was like, actually, it's pretty representative of what we are if we look at the history behind all of this. Like, which I thought was hilarious because it's like, she's a country singer herself. So she's coming out being like,
That's exactly who we are. Thank you for trying.
Thanks a lot, but... Hold your horses.
I love the pageantry. I love the guys in the cowboy hats and the denim and their fans literally are screaming that word at all their concerts. And this not who we are. What did I just do? Did I just do a Creole accent?
I don't know.
Down in the bayou. That's not who we are.
That's not who we are. No.
Now.
So anyways... So the natural thought and process would be that this would hurt him, the fact that this came out. But of course not.
Not at all.
His records and sales quadrupled in the past week. Because people were like, just because he said something, I can't enjoy his music anymore? And it's like, what? What? I'm not saying you never play the guy again ever. I wouldn't, but for someone who's a big fan of him, I understand if you play it again. I understand, okay? But to go out of your way to quadruple the sales, it's like...
Well, that's the problem.
You people are fucking losers.
Especially, let me tell you something. What, just because he said it, I can't listen to his music? But, it seems like that's the reason why you're doing it now, which, that is a problem.
Yeah, it's not... now it seems like you were like, oh, he said it? oh man, we gotta play his stuff all the time.
I'm all in on Wallen.
Yeah. In like comment section stuff, be like, he's young and stupid. And it's like, yeah, so maybe he shouldn't be a public figure. If this
How old is he?
He's like 20. Let me look up. Hold on. I think he's like 21, 22. What the hell? This dickbag's 27. He's not young.
That's my age.
Yeah, he's not young. What? Everybody in the comments who's like, we all do stupid things. I'm like, okay, so you say the N-word. Like, that's what this means.
I'm just so tired of it all because people just pick and choose what they want to be upset about, what they want to defend.
Yep.
Everyone's full of shit. Let's just move on to the next story. Is it not exhausting, Kelly?
That everyone's
is it
full
not
of shit?
Exhausting?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I have fully become comfortable with the fact that we are in hell.
Yeah.
And that's fine by me. I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. But, I mean...
I knew I was heading there all along. All right, so 6 arrested after changing the Hollywood sign to Hollyboob.
Okay.
They made it say Hollyboob. I mean, come on. Let me tell you the story here. So 6 people on Monday got slapped on the wrist after scaling steep terrain around the iconic Hollyweird sign and strategically changing it to convey what they said was a breast cancer awareness message, according to police. So what they did was, it read Hollyboob, very briefly. So they threw like a tarp over the W to make it a B, and they just slapped like a white piece of tape across the D, made that another B. Boom, you got Hollyboob. This is just plain old-fashioned fun. Am I right, Cal? Come on.
I love this story, and I think what's fun to me is the planning that had to be involved in it. The planning of...
I mean, you gotta order that tarp.
The planning of knowing that you're gonna do this, like not telling anybody, but being like, sorry, I can't hang out on Wednesday.
I actually have a thing on Monday.
I have a thing. Sorry.
I'm going hiking. You know what makes it better as well is that they're only charged with misdemeanor, like it's like a ticket trespassing, because they didn't vandalize. It wasn't vandalizing. They didn't actually there was no damage. The police took it down immediately. It's just good old-fashioned fun. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And also, they added on to it by making it a breast cancer thing. Like, if you ever get in trouble for something, just say it was for cancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, say it was for...
If I'm robbing a bank, I'm going, it was for colon cancer because the American people are getting gutted.
Yeah.
By a financial institution.
Oh, sorry I did this. It was
brilliant.
Lou Gehrig's disease just has me up at night, and
I shot him, but do you know that ALS is shooting people metaphorically every day of the week?
I do think...
All right, middle segment.
Middle segment? Okay.
No, sorry. Did you have one more point to make?
No.
I do think. Kelly, please, we're all on the edge of our seats.
I don't know why you're being rude to me. Is it because I made fun of your camo pants? Sorry, camo joggers?
They're joggers! I'm in athleisure. God forbid.
Athleisure.
You didn't say anything about how perfectly I framed up the shot that the little dog, just his ears.
Okay, so this segment, is what did I call it? Hold on.
Therapy sesh.
Therapy sesh. Okay, so we're taking something that we saw this week that pissed us off, and we're going to get to talk about it. So the thing that pissed me off this week was, as you know, the Golden Globes nominees came out, and people were kerfuffled about it because they were like, it doesn't have the representation. Let's move on. It's never going to have the representation that you need it to have, okay? We do this every fucking year where people are like, what happened? It's like the white people, and it's like, yeah. That's their shtick, okay? One of the things that was nominated was Emily in Paris, okay? It is delightful. And people are so angry that it was nominated because they were like, well, I don't understand. Like, look at all these other things that could have been nominated. And people are like, you really discounted this traumatic story for Emily in Paris? And it's like, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about your trauma. Okay? I'm tired of it. I don't care anymore. Every single show is traumatic, dramatic. It's dark, it's spooky, it's scary. I get it, okay? They're bad people, but Emily is just a social media manager.
Also, it's the Golden Globes. They literally just give out their nominations based on popularity and who they want to come to their fun show.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should really look into it that much.
No.
It was a popular show. They want the popular kids to show up. I am upset, though, I will say, about the fact that the way that they portray that someone in, this came out last year, the year 2020, can blow up on Instagram and become an influencer overnight, posted pictures of croissants. That's not how it works. Maybe in 2012. All right, so here's you hear about this? You hear about this Clubhouse application?
Yes, I did get invited. Did you?
No, I didn't get invited. That's why I'm upset. So for those people that don't know what it is, Clubhouse is like, I don't know exactly what it is because I have been invited. It's an invite-only app for like, it's hedge fund people, influencers, celebrities, comics, a lot of comedians are on there.
Wow.
Whatever. And particularly, I don't know how much I would participate in it, but I haven't been invited and I'm a little insulted. I am a staple in the community. I do have a small following. God forbid I got invited to the app. And I don't even know if I would use it, but I would like the option to decide for myself.
Here's my biggest problem with the app is that, first of all,
I wasn't invited.
Well, okay, well, yeah, obviously not having you there, it is hard.
Wait a second. You've been invited and you didn't invite me? Well, what the fuck?
Okay.
But no. Let me tell you something. You would think somebody would invite me just because they want me to be there. I'd like to be invited.
Clubhouse is nice, but I'm telling you...
I would like to be invited.
Okay, we can find a way to get that done. The problem with it is that the comedians that are on there as quote-unquote influencers suck ass. And I've seen them bomb over and fucking over again. There are some people that are like starlights that are on there or whatever. Like I think Preacher Lawson's on there and he crushes. But the rest of them, the lower tier ones that are quote-unquote influencers, suck eggs. Suck eggs! You know what I'm kind of upset about?
What?
I thought this was gonna make me look like MJ from The Bachelor. These like waves, and it didn't.
The beachy waves. Let me tell you something. Hottest one. She was my favorite in the first two. But that poor girl, I don't think she's been sleeping. She's got the puffiest under eyes I've ever seen on this side of Atlantic.
I know. I don't know what was going on, and they were saying she's only 23, and I was like, would somebody hydrate this poor girl?
She's 23. Those eye bags are 45.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to give her some water. She needs a good night's rest. And God forbid, you give her a couple of those fucking... You go to CVS, a couple of the eucalyptus fucking eye bags.
Yeah. Yes.
Give her a serum. Give the girl a serum. No one is thinking about COVID. Get ready for Super Bowl super spreaders. Fuck the man who wrote this headline. Basically, out-of-towners are desperate to escape the confines of more restricted states. They're heading down to Tampa, and it looks like it's gonna spell a fiasco for the Tampans. Actually, we have actually a photo of the folks heading down to Tampa this weekend. It's a dumpster. Do you get it? All right, and one guy they quoted him, as human beings, we take chances every day. I don't think anyone has a death wish, but I think a lot of people are very happy that they can go out about their lives down here. It's the perfect storm in Tampa. I think that was literally like a strip club manager. I'm not kidding. I think that's actually that. They interviewed one of them. But I know it's stupid. Yes. Okay. Is it dangerous? Probably. Can we stop it with the moral superiority? Kelly, can I ask you that?
Oh, yeah.
Can I ask you?
Oh, yeah.
We have given way too much power to people who never get invited anywhere.
Yeah.
Too much power.
Yeah.
For these people that, let me tell you something, you would have been in your house anyway, okay? To think that you're better. In a pandemic, it's been a calendar year. If they want COVID, and if they're going to a place where it's legal, and the governor says, go ahead, get COVID, let them get the COVID.
Yeah. Let them do
let them get the COVID. Let them get the COVID.
I don't understand.
These are people that want to go to a party in Tampa, Florida. They weren't breaching 50 anyway. So let's not pretend like we're saving their lives.
Okay, the last story is... so AOC... what is her fucking name? Can you say... I only know her by AOC.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Beautiful. Great. Okay, now I know some people are going to be like, really? You don't know her full name? It's like, I don't have time. If you give me an acronym, That's what I'm using.
All right, AOC. Okay. People are mad at her. So no way.
Yeah. Okay. But so she came forward and was like, you know, the day that the Capitol riots happened, I really thought I was going to die. Like, I was terrified, whatever. And then she also explained that she's a survivor of assault, yada, 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 which, you know, this is like when you go through another traumatic event, when you've already been through a traumatic event, all of this trauma comes up that maybe not have been even associated with it. You know, it's a mess. Yep. Your brain is like, what the hell's going on? I'm scared again, blah, 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 right? So anyways, these people are coming out being like, she's a liar. She wasn't scared. What?
First of all, the idea that you're going to criticize this woman when, let me tell you something. If any one of those people came across her in a hallway, they would have cut her throat. That's why they arrived. They had gallows outside. So let's not pretend that she wasn't afraid during that day. They were all pissing their pants. They're just now politicizing. One of the women that came out, she was tweeting like, AOC, my office is next to yours. Nobody was near us. And then like somebody else called her out and be like, the day of, you were like, people were near us. And it's like, you're just like trying to like put her down because like that makes you cool in Republican territory.
Yeah.
Also, like they don't understand that like yes they got moved or whatever, but like it's a big fucking complex.
Yeah.
And the cops were letting these people in, so you don't know where the people were. Is she exaggerating it? Maybe. All stories are exaggerated always.
I could have been on one side of the Capitol, and they could have been on the whole other side. I'm still shitting my pants. What do you mean?
If I can hear them yelling and screaming the shit that they were saying, no, thank you. Also, I mean, think of all the fucking staffers, the staffers that were like literally like on the other side of the door of Speaker Pelosi's office, like in the next door place. They were barricaded in while the idiots were like being like shitting in their trash can or whatever.
Yeah,
that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
I don't understand how we've honestly moved on from this even so quickly. This riot that happened is one of the most insane things to ever happen in our nation's capital.
And it's so funny for the Republicans, which all of them bear a certain amount of responsibility, to be like, stop trying to politicize this, okay? Get over it. It wasn't that dangerous. Only 5 people died, and there was only poop on most of the doors and walls.
So, you're pulling some cheap shots, AOC.
Yeah, it seems like it's like they literally are just like, they're like, it's been 3 weeks. Get over it, honey. It's been a full month. Can we move on from this historic storming of the Capitol? Get over it. They still talked about Benghazi for fucking 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
They're still talking about Benghazi. It was across the fucking world. 4 people died. It's just less than this. If a BLM protester, if a single one of them made it into the Capitol, are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
People are still talking about how they broke into a Target, and they're still upset about that. They're still upset about that. They're like, well, you know, Black Lives Matter. That was a riot. Things got destroyed, and it's like, what?
You know what? That's a really good point, Kelly, because there was a whole thing about these are people's businesses. These are their livelihoods.
Yeah.
You're ruining businesses, livelihoods. This is where people work. First of all, no one was ever there during the protestings. Things were shut down. It was wrong. Yes, this is where people work, and like, why are you going after small businesses? But this is a giant office that you've stormed while people were at work, and your goal was to take their lives. So
I feel like there's a disconnect.
Speak your truth. Form your own opinions.
Yeah.
And live your life.
Wow, what a week.
What a week.
What a week. What a week. What a good ending segment. Max, as always, I hope everyone likes and subscribes. That would be great. God forbid you share it.
I certainly do.
God forbid you share it. Just saying.
And God forbid you stormed the TikTok headquarters and demanded that I was on shadow banned.
Yes. Yes.
Radicalize yourselves.